So after completion of the previous steps in the previous parts, we finally achieved this model. And now in this step, in this part, I will show you how I achieved a rendering effect something like this by using very simple tricks.
Okay, so what I did was, if I go to my render tab, you will see uh, maybe your background is different from mine. I will show you how to bring those things, and you should bring your display command here. If you don't have it, just bring this options. There is a display option here. You just check that, and this display tab will come here, and in in that you will see my background. Just for a display, I have make it to gradient 4 colors. If you bring it to render settings, you will see the HDRI image which I have used to get a reflection on these on these materials, right? So if you don't want to see it, you can just use this, but still you will get the reflection of the HDRI with the shadows and everything, right? This helps in understanding the model well. Now, how did I get the material textures? About that, go to the render tab and go to your backdrop first. In the backdrop, you will see, instead of using the solid color like this, right, and if your display settings are different, even if I change it to solid color, you will see there is no change. Why? Because in my display settings, the background was set like this, right? So if I change it to render settings, so it will take the render settings, which just now I change it to solid color. Now whatever changes I will do in this render settings, it will be displayed here, right? Let's say I want a gradient, so you will see it will create a gradient of white and gray, right, like a gradient. But what I did, I created a environment, right? So environment is like a HDRI, or you can have a wallpaper here also. To get environment like this, it's already embedded in your Rhino library by default. You just use a new environment button, you click here, right? And instead of taking these, you just directly go to the folder icon here, import from environment library. It will directly take you to the render content folder, environments. Under that, you will find n number of environments by default given by Rhino. Here I have used this one, Rhino interior. You can, and you need to double click. Let's say I want Rhino sky, you need to click this first to bring this. And if you see the yellow thing around that particular selection, means this is the current one, right? Like just like Rhino interior, you will see this is yellow now, right? If I make it studio, you will see the things will change. Okay, so this is how you can set the environment. Same way, reflections also, if you want the environment reflections here, let's say if I change it to studio, let's see what happens. Now you can see I am not getting reflections on my model through the HDRI, right? I am getting from the studio. If I change the reflection to sky, you will see I will get sky reflections, which is also another HDRI. But currently I want the interior reflections to get better results. And if this thing is bothering you, you don't want to see the HDRI, you need to go to display and change it to either solid color or gradients or whatever you like. Instead of render settings, you can use them. Right now, how did I paste these materials? These materials are also Rhino default materials. I didn't created something by myself. Rhino library is already there, and even if you are not using Rhino render, you are using V-Ray or some other key shot and renders or some other animation, Maxwell render, let's say, you will get materials by default, or some materials you have to create if they are customized. But currently I will show you how I have imported the material from the Rhino library, and I didn't even did a single change in that. Let's say about this top part of the lamp, you select when you select that entity, you go to properties, and I go to materials. You will see it is saying polished orchid anodized aluminum, right? So how did I get that material? Just select this rollout. If you want to change this material or use a new material, just click this. Instead of taking this default materials, just go to the library. In the library, same under render content folder, you will find these materials: ceramic, glass, metal. So I've used metal. Under metal, I have used polished, and under polished, I have taken aluminum. I have taken this one, polished orchid anodized aluminum. Sorry, right? And just double click it or select and open it. It will apply the material to that object which you have selected by default. So for this also it is same. For this pipe here, the flexible one, I have used black opaque plastic using the same method. For this rod here, I have used polished aluminum, and for this wire also it is the same, right? So you can also try this. I will invite you to try this, adding those materials, adding the HDRI. Also, I have told you how to add HDRI. Just go to render settings, go to backdrop, select 360-degree environment, bring in that Rhino interior environment, and use the same for a reflection, right? And yes, one more thing, please keep your lighting off when you're using an HDRI. Otherwise it will change some settings. It won't give you a good result somehow. So if you're using HDRI, use reflections of HDRI, light and shadows of that only. You can also add different HDRIs. There are websites where you can download. If you want some new HDRIs, they will help you. Okay, good guys. I hope you practice with this and you learn some few more commands like sweep to rail, sweep one rail, circle along curve. Keep practicing, and we'll meet again with another interesting exercise, and we'll learn some new things in this and some new shortcut ways to create complex models as the course progresses. See you then. Bye bye.